Hello and good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Hello，大家晚安，谢谢你们加入我们。
So we have a topic about being cursed and being under the effect of psychic attacks.
所以我们今天有一个主题是被诅咒，还有就是被这个灵性攻击的影响。
And actually, so like, what would it take to never be the effect of it anymore?
所以那要怎么样让我们再也不会受这一些的影响呢？
Because the first thing is that, like, there are so many situations when you are affected by a curse or a psychic attack from the past.
因为其实有很多的状况跟过去，可能很多时候你会被这些诅咒或者是这些灵性攻击的影响一些状况。
Like, you are an infinite being, so such things can affect you even from previous lifetimes or other dimensions.
你是无限的存有，所以这一些有可能会影响到你，有可能是不只是这一生这一世，有可能是过去的生生世世的。
And even it can affect you through your ancestors' generations.
它也有可能是经由可能你的祖先啊这一些来给到你影响。
You know, like we can say that, like, if you don't believe in it, then it will not affect you, but it doesn't work like that.
我们可能会说，如果你不相信的话，它就不会影响我。但是这个不是这样子运作的哦，
It works in a different way.
它是用一个不同的方式运作的。
Like, do you make yourself less than others? And do you make others above you in a hierarchy?
例如说，你把你自己变得比较小嘛，或者是你在某种层级上面，你就是把他觉得你别人低一等。
And so one thing is that to clear the effects from the past.
所以其中一件事情是你要清理，他对你过去的影响。
So it will not affect you now, but can they find you in the future again?
它就不会影响到你的现在，对不对？但是它是不是有可能在未来还是会找到你呢？
And this is the other part that we can change, so they cannot find you any longer.
所以这是另外一个部分我们可以去改变的，是让他未来再也找不到你。
So no matter what have you done or what happened to you in the past, they cannot come after you anymore.
所以不论过去发生了什么，你做过了什么，他们再也不能跟着你了，
Like, of course, when it's all cleared.
因为它都全部都被清理了。
And also, if you keep so what's going to happen that we are going to have a 2-hour evening class
所以，
tomorrow night.
所以即将我们会有2个晚上，一个晚上1个小时，从明天晚上开始。
And what happens that we will go through all these clearings, so clear the effects from the past.
我们会有所有这些清理程序，清理所有过去曾经有过的影响。
Also to clear it, to make sure that they cannot find you again.
还有确保他们这个部分是清理，让他们不会再找到你。
And also to clear that part that, so if you keep using this tool for yourself in the future, then they won't find you with new ones.
所以他们，如果你持续不断的在运用这些工具的话，他们就没有办法再找到你。
So it's sort of like giving you a tool that will contribute to you to make sure that they cannot find you.
所以有点像是我们会教给你很多的工具，然后贡献给你，让他们之后不会再找到你。
So we start tomorrow for 1 hour and continue the next day, 1 more hour.
所以说明天开始，明天晚上会有1个小时，然后再接下来一天也是晚上1个小时。
There's a 30th of April and the 1st of May.
4月30号以及5月1号。
And just imagine that, like, in which many ways does it affect your actual relationships?
所以你想想看，它其实在哪一些方面影响到你了？例如说你现在的关系，
Like, does it resonate with you that my actual relationships are affected by psychic attacks and curses or even demons from past lives?
例如说，你现在想想看你的关系，这是不是让你有一些共鸣？是他好像真的被一些诅咒，或是灵性攻击，或者是恶魔影响。
Like how many lifetimes you had a relationship where the mother-in-law was cursing you after a while for whatever you have done?
所以你想想看，过去多少的生生世世，也许你的岳母曾经诅咒过你啊，不论你做什么，过
Or
去的生生世世。
maybe it wasn't the mother-in-law, but you were a mistress and the wife or the actual partner was cursing you.
所以也许你不是被岳母诅咒啊，你可能是第三者，然后他的那个正宫就诅咒了你。
And you try everything to have an amazing relationship, and somehow each and every relationships you start just falls apart.
所以你尝试了一切方法要去创造一个美好的关系，但它终究会坏掉、破裂。
Either they leave you or they don't even say anything, so they will just ghost you and disappear.
也许他们是离开你，或者是对方什么都没说，然后就消失了。
We have a question or a comment in the chat.
Oh yes, someone asking, if in the relationship, not me be affected, but the other one be affected, do we have the same tool to help them? Not me, but the
Yeah,
other
the
one in the
partner.
relationship. The partner. 是的 Yeah.
I mean, can you read it out in so people can have not just the English?
啊，他说哦，因为我们在那个聊天室有一个提问是，如果是关系中，对方被影响，也会有办法处理吗？
So I will give you clearings that either you can use it for yourself, or you can give it to your partner and ask your partner to read it and run those clearings.
所以我们在课堂当中会有给到这些清理句，所以你也可以把这个清理句给到你的另一半，然后让他去清理。
And of course, you can use it for your clients as well.
同时，你也可以用在你的顾客身上。
So what magic can show up in your praxis if you are using it for your clients?
所以还有什么魔法可以出现？如果你可以用在你的个案啊，还有你的顾客。
I think was there another question or it was a comment?
No. Yeah.
Okay. And if we go further, just imagine that like what's happening in your business.
所以我们再进一步的看看，如果你看看你的事业当中发生了什么。
Because you can be cursed to never have a relationship, to never have an orgasm ever with anyone.
所以你有可能会被诅咒，是绝对再不能拥有一个关系，或者是你被诅咒再也不能与任何人拥有一个高潮。
Or to suffer from some kind of a sexually transmitted disease or some kind of things that will block you from having fun during sex.
或者是你有可能会被诅咒，可能会得到一些性的疾病啊，让你再也不能跟任何人在有关系的时候是能够拥有乐趣跟高潮的。
Or even to not be able to have kids.
或甚至是就是没有办法拥有孩子啊。
So it's all about, somehow affected by the past relationships or, yeah.
所以这都是关于就是有可能在过去的生生世世在关系当中有可能发生的事情。
And the great thing, it doesn't really matter if that was a mother-in-law or it was a witch, so someone who is more professional in this.
所以不论他可能是岳母，或者是可能是女巫，什么某人是在很专业领域的人都不重要，
Because the tool is the same.
因为工具是一样的。
It's not changing them, but working for you.
这不是要去改变他们，但是这个会是一个对你在你身上行得通的一个方式。
And also, like, how much is your business affected by past,
所以有多少你
curses?
的事业也被过去影响，被过去的诅咒所影响？
And what if like your father, grandfather, or someone in the family was cursed to never have enough money and to always work very hard for money or to generate money?
所以，如果你的过去，不管是你的父亲或是你的祖父母，以前都已经被诅咒，是你永远不会有一个成功的事业，然后永远不会有很多金钱，或者是永远都要很努力工作，但也不会赚到钱。
So maybe the whole family was cursed.
所以，也许整个家族都被诅咒哦。
And, the amazing part is that you can deal with this as well.
所以，最棒的部分是你也可以处理这个部分。
Like you can get rid of all the curses and all different forms of psychic attacks that was put on you in any lifetime or any dimension.
如果你能够清除所有的这些灵性的攻击，还有所有的诅咒，在过去的生生世世以及在所有层面的维度的话，
So after that, this will not affect you any longer, and you can focus on building your life again.
所以这一切在这些清理之后，它就再也不会影响到你，就能够专注在创造你真正想要的人生。再一次的，
How much you can release all these heaviness, all these blocks from
所以
your
有多少
business,
你，
from your life.
所以有多少你可以从你的事业、从你的人生当中去释放所有这一些的沉重，还有这些影响。
We partially covered that part about your health, right?
可能某部分我们会提到关于你的健康，
Whether you are a man or woman, it can also affect your health, your body.
不论你是男生女生，它也可能会影响到你的健康，影响到你的身体。
Maybe you have a strange kind of illness, a series of symptoms that even doctors cannot find the root. They cannot trace it back why you have it at all.
也许你可能会有一些疾病啊，或是有一系列的症状在身上，然后医生都也找不到解决方法，然后他也不知道为什么，找不出原因的。
So for some of you, it may be originated by these past psychic attacks and curses.
有一些可能你是生下来就有的，就是被可能过去的诅咒或者灵性攻击影响的。
And the amazing thing is that Access Consciousness has the tools for this.
所以最棒的部分是 Access Conscious 的也有工具可以给到这个的清理。
And we can work with it online, and that's it. It's really amazing.
所以这就是我们可以在线上可以去探讨所有这一切，然后这是非常棒的事情。
So anyone has a question?
所以你们有任何提问吗？
Like you can unmute yourself or type in your questions into the chat box.
I have a question
Yes, please.
about being affected. Do we have a point of view that we can be affected so that they can affect us, this conflictual point of view?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay, let me translate.
Sorry, how is it conflictual?
Do we have the point of view first that we will be affected so that the effect will work on us? If we don't have the point of view that we will be affected, will we be affected too?
Okay.
我的提问是，因为我们会有这个被影响嘛，那是不是我们会先有这个观点，是我们会被影响，所以这个影响会不会发生呢？那如果我们没有这个观点的话，我们会被影响吗？
It's not just about whether you have a point of view about being you can be affected by anyone or anything.
OK，这不是关于你有没有一个观点，你就是有可能会被任何人或任何事影响。
Like the question is that true? That
所
you
以这个
cannot
提
be
问，
affected.
所以这个提问是：这是真的吗？是你不会被影响？
Like if you're functioning as an infinite being 24/7, which I'm afraid there is no one on the planet, then you won't be affected anything.
如果说你就是作为一个无限的存，你是可以24个小时都作为一个无限的存有般的运作的话，我相信可能在场没有人是这样，那你可能就不会被任何人、任何事影响。
Like that's the problem. We are not living in a monastery where we can focus on consciousness and prayers and so on. So we get dragged by this reality anyway.
What's the monarchs?
Monastery, like a temple for monks.
啊，a temple form。OK，他说我们不是在一个整天是在一个寺庙里面，然后我们都一直是很有意识的，所以我们还是会被某些人、某些事影响。
And that is a sacred place. It's a protected place, so you will not affected by and harmed by anything.
不是好像有一个秘密的场所或是一个神圣的场所，然后你整天就住在那里面，然后就不会被别人影响这样子。
But even to get there, it starts with a very deep clearing ceremony that you have to go through. Maybe it takes days or weeks or months or years.
但也许在到达那个之前，我们就是会需要经历这样一个清理的程序，可能需要几天、几个月或是几年。
And who wanna live in a temple?
那谁会想要住在寺庙里面呢？
We have everyday life with everyday situations and stories. So
我们就是有每天的日常生活，每天遇到不同的状况啊，每天有不同的故事在上演，对吗？
I think there are some questions or comments.
Yes, we have two questions here. Actually,
Or-
first one from Elaine. 我们有两个提问，有一个提问是在 Elaine 的，是说可以请你展示或是分享一下个案吗？ The first question is, can you demonstrate or sharing some session you've been through with this topic?
Mhm. Yes.
Yes.
Like I was facilitating this class 3-4 times in the last few years here in Europe, and also it was made in China as well.
我过去大概有教过3-4次这个课，在欧洲跟中国都有教过，引导这个课。
And people had a positive feedback that finally that hardship in their life disappeared.
You mean the hardship?
Hardship, what caused by the being cursed and attacked through psychic attacks.
Like this
Hardship.
hardship.
Problems.
Problems. Okay, thank you. 他说人们有很多的这一些反馈，是很多他们在关系跟事业当中的问题都解决了，都消失了。
Like these are tools given by Gary Douglas. Like if anyone is under like being cursed or under the psychic attack, this is what a facilitator can do to clear that, to get rid of it.
所以这个工具跟清理是从 Gary Douglas 来的，那这是只有导师才能够教导引导的课程。Okay, so the second question.
Yes.
So 好，第二个提问是诅咒用除障句就能解决吗？For the curses can resolve just by the clearings.
The curses can what? I just didn't hear.
The curses can just resolved or melted just by the clearings. Can the curse?
Yes.
是的，可以的。
I mean, so there are two things. What I always do with any online class is that even if we are like in distance, like online, we still work with the body. And there is a way how I do it.
他说我们在做线上课程的时候，其实我们同时也跟身体一起在工作。
So if it has any result or any implant on the body, we can work on that.
所以如果有任何的植入物啊，或者是任何的身体上的问题，我们也可以去针对那个去做一些事情的。
So there will be parts of the class which is about private facilitation, sort of like, I mean, not private because everyone will hear that, but it's facilitation. So you have to bring up your topic, like if you want, directed at your own topic.
所以在课堂上，你其实有一点像是你也在做一个你个人的引导，因为你会把你的问题带出来嘛。那当然可能不是一个私人的个案，因为大家都会在课堂上，但是我们就能直接针对你的能量去解决你遇到的问题，去探索。
If someone feels they need something, more space for themselves, like not through online space as part of the class, but then, yeah, they can sign up for a private session as well, of course. But this is now for class with this special topic because it can really manage a lot of people.
如果说你可能觉得你有一些是没有办法在课堂上公开的你也可以用私人个案的方式来去处理你的问题，但是在这堂课上面其实有很多已经可以被处理了。And we have the other questions.
Yes.
That 我们还有另外一个提问是，有人问说脑袋里会有不断的负面小剧场不断的上演，要怎么停止或转念？ There's always a continuous drama or stories in my mind about some negative energies. How can I stop it or transform it?
I think you are not alone with this problem.
我相信你不是一个人，关于这个问题。
Like everyone has that. To be honest, everyone has that some kind of negative thoughts.
老实说，每一个人都有的，每一个人都有这一种负面的小剧场的。
And in order to change that, you need to change how you look at your life.
为了要去改变这个呢，你要去改变你怎么样看待你的人生。
And it's sort of like usually it takes some time for you to sort of like get rid of these limiting programs and start to
Sorry， 通常可能需要一点时间，让你去脱离这一些限制性的想法或观点。
And start to function from your own awareness and capacities as an infinite being.
然后开始从你作为一个无限存有，你拥有的能力以及觉察当中去运作。
It's like the more you sort of like function from your fears, you build more of that into your life.
所以应该是说，你如果更多是从你的恐惧当中运作的话，你的生活当中就会有更多的恐惧。
So first you need to break it down, like clear it.
所以首先你必须要去看见这个，然后去清理它。
And start to sort of like empower yourself because the whole thing comes disempowerment.
所以你要开始去赋能于你自己，因为所有事情都是来自于你没有给你自己能力，你没有被赋能。
But you know, if you are still affected by curses and psychic attacks, empowering yourself will be really hard.
但是如果你还是持续在被这个灵性的攻击、被这个诅咒所影响的话，你要赋能于你自己，就会变成一件比较辛苦、比较困难的工作了。
Just the same way, maybe like some of the people are not in the best financial situation, and as long as they are affected by psychic attacks and such things, they cannot get out of it until they clear it.
就例如相同的例子是，有些人你们现在可能不是在自己最棒的财务状况当中啊，那但是当你还在处于被灵性攻击以及被诅咒影响的情况下，你们几乎就没有办法脱离这样的状况。
Because most of their energy and time is sort of like drained or sucked out by these effects.
因为大部分的你的能量跟你的时间可能都会已经被卷入了这个影响当中。
So let's get rid of the root cause, and then from your own energy, in your own time, you can change the rest.
所以让我们来改变这一个在你能量场当中这个能量，然后你就可以开始自己去创造你的人生。
You know, you are amazing people with amazing capacities, and you can create your life. Just get rid of the things that are stopping you at the front.
所以我们都是不可思议的存有，然后我们都能够创造我们自己不可思议的人生。我们只需要去脱离这一些限制我们的东西。
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So I think that's it for today. So please don't waste your time. Register and sign up, and yeah, and you will receive the payment links, and we will send you the Zoom links and connection. Of course, there will be recording that you will receive, so you can listen back, watch it again.
所以你们如果想要的话，就赶紧注册，然后我们会给你注册的连结，然后付款的连结，然后你也会得到课程的录音。
So we start tomorrow at 7 p.m. Taiwan time, and
所以
also on the 1st of May, the same time.
所以我们是明天晚上台湾时间晚上7点钟开始第一堂课，然后还有再隔一天也是晚上7点，5月1号，4月30跟5月1号。
And if you have any friend who's suffering from the same thing, just let them know.
所以如果你有任何朋友，他也在为了这个受苦或是挣扎，请你们让他知道，我们
So
有
what
这个课程，
contribution this can be to the people.
我们可以为人们做出什么样的贡献。
And actually, I have a story.
然后我有一个故事哦，
Like many years ago, it was in 2017. I was in Beijing.
所以几年前，2017年的时候，当我在北京的时候，
And we had a class, and there was a lady who was reporting that like she was like cursed, herself, her
OK
father, the whole family.
OK，就是他说有一个女士就说她觉得她被诅咒了，她的父亲啊，整个家庭都被诅咒了。
And what she said that in that region, it's quite common, it's usual to curse each other to death.
他说在他的那个区域是很稀松平常的，就是总是会诅咒别人，诅咒别人死掉这样。
And so we started to run clearings on the family.
所以我们就开始就运行一些清理剧，对这些家庭，对他的家庭。
And then we had the awareness that the clearing has to be made like widen, like expand out
然后我
to
们就
a country level and even to global level.
所以那时候我们就有一个觉察是，哦，这个清理剧好像必须要再扩展出去哦，不仅仅是那个地区，是整个国家，甚至是全球。
And at the end of that session, like huge rain, like rainstorm started to be and flowing lots of rain and even like, so there was a thunder,
Thunder
really heavy rain.
Thunder
Yeah, thunder.
所以他说那个个案课程结束之后，就开始下了非常非常大的雨，还有雷，打雷。
And if you know, like in Beijing, you usually you cannot see the sky. It's always like gray.
OK，他说如果你们知道的话，在北京其实你很难看到天空的，总是都是灰蒙蒙的。
Like because of the smoke. Like when we were there, I never knew where the sun is.
他说那个烟雾总是弥漫的，我每次在那里的时候，我总是都看不见太阳。
And then, like after the rainstorm for 3 days, we had blue, clear sky. And then people were walking on the streets. Everyone was watching in the sky, like what happened? That I don't know when was the last time they have seen like blue sky.
所以大概3天之后，突然就北京就有那个非常干净的蓝天，然后人们都看着天空，想说：哇，这个蓝天我都不知道上一次我看到是什么时候，我都不记得了。
And it was just one clearing on one person, but it went further. We had to expand it to a global level, and it had such an amazing and beautiful effect.
所以它其实我们只是对一个人做了一个清理剧，它其实影响的是整个国家、整个地球，它有一个非常非常不可思议的影响
So
创造出来。
how many people can join now and have something really amazing effect and result, and not just for them, but for a lot of people around them.
所以有多少的人们能够加入一起这个创造，是我们真的能够创造出一些影响跟结果，是真的为大家做出一个贡献。
So looking forward to have so much change, and yeah, please come and join us.
所以我们期待会有很多的改变，所以欢迎你们来加入我们，
And bring your questions.
然后带你的提问来。
Thank you, ladies, and thank you, Helen,
谢
and thank you,
谢大
Claire.
家，
Thank you,
谢谢
Mia.
Helen，谢谢
谢
我，
谢。
谢谢 Mia，谢谢，
谢谢，拜拜。
谢谢，拜拜。